What's up, guys? Husto7 here, and today I've got my reaction to supply drops being added to Modern Warfare Remastered. So there's kind of a conversation going on right now about supply drops. Seems like some people love them, some people hate them, and there's a big group of people who are pretty indifferent who will say things like, well, as long as they're cosmetic only, what does it matter? And so I wanted to take a minute and share my opinion with all of you guys and just do kind of my own supply drop reaction guide, because the truth is that I actually really hate the fact that supply drops came to Modern Warfare Remastered. So I made a video that showed off how they work. I'm not trying to be like, you know, hypocrite or anything. I mean, it's important for me to stay relevant, and for the people who want to know how they work, I want to help show them how they work. You know, I want to make a video, and I did make a video, so that, you know, showing off how supply drops work and how you can buy them and how much they cost and all that. You can find that video link in the description if you care. But the truth is that I'm not thrilled about it. I don't think that supply drops were a good addition to Modern Warfare Remastered, and I'll tell you why. So the first thing that I hear people say is, well, it's cosmetic only. But you know what? That is, in my opinion, a really stupid argument. And first off, let me just put this image up. This is cosmetic only, right? These little dances and taunts and, you know, stupid face camos, all cosmetic. This is not game breaking in any way. It doesn't give any person an advantage. You know, this isn't a pay to win model. Now, there was things in Black Ops 3 that, you know, there were weapons and stuff, but that's not what I'm talking about right now. My point is just that this is not pay to win stuff. This is all cosmetic stuff, and I still think that it kind of like diminishes this franchise, right? And I'll tell you honestly what I think it does. And I'm not trying to, you know, be a dick to any of my fans or, you know, anyone watching these videos, but I think that it appeals to immature people, right? I mean, Call of Duty is like when I started playing actually with this game, Modern Warfare, back in 2007 was my first Call of Duty game. And my roommate, who I lived with in college at the time, actually gave me a free copy of this game because he had two, and I played on the PC. You know, I was a big Counter-Strike player at the time, and actually played a game called Insurgency. I think that game's still around, which is cool. I found it recently, but I was a big Insurgency player, and I started playing Modern Warfare, and kind of made the switch to Call of Duty. But back then, you know, maybe I was just too ignorant. I'm not sure, but it seemed like people, you know, took it kind of seriously, and it was like a fun sort of war shooter. Right now, Call of Duty has become just like really toxic and just really, you know, like just kind of dumb. I mean, I made this joke, you know, there was a lot of people who were freaking out about the election, you know, a few weeks ago, and the people were talking on my Facebook feed about racism, and I made this joke. I said, anyone who thinks that racism is dead has not played with a 13-year-old person on Xbox Live, right? Has not played Call of Duty, and that was like a joke, but like it's true, right? There's so many people, you know, who talk trash on the headsets and who camp and who, you know, teabag your body, and just the last thing that these immature players need, in my opinion, is just additional stupid stuff in the game. And, you know, again, it is mostly cosmetic items. And will it stay that way? Personally, I think it won't. But right now, it's cosmetic items and some melee weapons. But are there going to be people who are going to run around with melee weapons? Sure. And, you know, how does that affect me as a player? Well, it affects me because I seem to always get these people on my team. Right? I'm always getting some person who's running around not doing well. They got a stupid shovel out, you know, and that's just dumb. That just means that I'm going to be prone to getting more losses and being partnered with bad people. Now, will there be times when those people are on the enemy team and I'll just get lots of free kills? Hopefully, you know, I'm hoping so. But I'm just sure that at some point I'm going to get some shovel person running around, or, you know, with a sword. Right? And I just think that doesn't, you know, if you want to have that stuff in a Call of Duty game, whatever. I mean, it was in Black Ops 3, you know, stuff was in Infinite Warfare. Like, we're getting used to it, but that's what makes me sad, is that this shouldn't be something that we're used to. And it really, in my opinion, has no place in a remaster of Modern Warfare, right? This game from 2007, I mean, when I did a live stream of it opening night when it came out, one of the things I talked about was just how different it felt from, you know, recent Call of Duty games. It's slow, right? There's no infinite sprint. There's no extended mags, right? Like, these things that we like just have become so used to are gone, and it plays like a different game, and it should, because it's playing like a game that came out in 2007 that has been graphically updated, right? What's on the screen, this is just what I wanted. I just wanted to play the game that I played back in 2007 with some new graphics, some new textures, you know, some new lighting, That's what I wanted to play. And you know what? That's actually what Raven Software did, right? If you don't know, there are actually some like weapon quirks, some things, some, you know, I guess I'm gonna call them bugs. They weren't necessarily bugs. I like to call them quirks, but there were some interesting things about some of the weapons in the original Modern Warfare that Raven Software actually left in the game, right? They could have patched, they could have fixed them, but they actually left them in the game so that it would feel true to its original form. And you know what? Kudos to you, Raven Software. That's awesome. I love that you guys like recreated this game that I spent so much time playing, you know, in my Call of Duty like heyday. But now with the addition of supply drops, I'm not really feel like I'm playing the same game. I feel like I'm playing some silly arcade shooter that was made for, you know, 13, 14-year-old kids who are gonna teabag each other and talk trash and, you know, talk about effing people's moms and stuff. And I'm just tired of that. I just don't think that it really has any place. So the argument that it's cosmetic only, yeah, I get that it's cosmetic only. I still think that it's annoying. And that also brings me to my next point, which is that I really don't think it's going to stay cosmetic only, right? Technically, it's already not cosmetic only in the sense that there are already melee weapons in the game. And there have already been weapons found in the game files, right? People have data mined, they've found things about the Kamchatka, they've, you know, this auto shotgun, they've found weapon kits for things like the FAL, and you know, I just think that there's going to be weapons that are going to come, ballistic weapons that are going to come at some point. Now, could I be wrong? Yes. I honestly hope I'm wrong, but the track record is not good, and I'm really thinking that soon there is going to be, you know, ballistic weapons in this game. It makes sense because this is even called Operation Arctic Wolf, right? Well, I'm sure that there'll next be Operation Tropic Thunder or something, you know, whatever. There's going to be more updates to this game, and I think that those updates are going to include, you know, new weapons. And who knows, maybe they'll include, you know, new... Right now, if I'm totally honest, the cosmetic items actually are not that bad, right? There's a couple that I think are weird, like there's one called the BAMF, and I think that's really dumb. It's like this guy wearing sunglasses, and, you know, that doesn't make sense. He doesn't seem like he fits in this like war shooter game, right, where everyone's running around with helmets and stuff. And you know, then you can put his American flag camo on, with like as if America's the only people who play Call of Duty, right? You know, it's like it's just dumb things like that. And that character model already has a problem as it is, because when you're playing hardcore, you can't decipher if that is an enemy or an ally because they have the exact same character model. There's no way to tell them apart. So that's, you know, there's like, it's an oversight, and that's just something that's stupid. But I really think that the rest of the cosmetic items are really not, you know, like that bad, right? They do kind of, they said, Raven Software said in the update that they wanted to try and stay true to the aesthetic of the game, and I feel like for the most part, you know, they did a pretty good job. The camos and everything seem to fit, the uniforms, they all seem to fit, but I just don't think that it's going to stay. I'm really worried that it's not gonna keep up like that. I think that we're gonna start to see, you know, kind of like just silly looking camos. We've already got the ugly sweater and the gift wrap, you know, which are like seasonal ones, so I get it, they're kind of like funny and trendy or whatever, but we've already got the potential for there to be just like really ugly looking bad camos in the game. As I hear, you know, use my gold camo on screen in the footage, but at least, you know, gold camo was something that was in the game at launch, the original game I'm talking about, Modern Warfare. So I guess that's my take on it. I think that there's potential for this to be bad. And, you know, the other thing that's annoying about this is it bothers me that people are spending money on this, right? There's these YouTubers, I've gotten a bunch of messages, and people have asked me, can you do a supply drop opening, right? And I just think that's so funny. I mean, there's a donate link on my channel, sure, go donate $99 to me and I'll do a supply drop opening, right? Because I'm not spending my own money on supply drops. If you want me to spend your money on supply drops, then sure, I will make a video and you can have a shout out and I'll record, you know, opening 100 supply drops or whatever. But I am not going to spend my own money on these games that already I spend money on, and then I spend money on a season pass and, you know, DLC, and it's rumored that there will be the, you know, Map Pack 1 maps coming to Modern Warfare Remastered. I'm sure those will cost money, right? I don't think they would give those away for free. So, you know, I'm already thinking that we're spending a lot of money on these games. I don't think we need to be spending, you know, $99 on these, you know, extra things. And it's a problem because people actually, like, think of it as gambling, and they, you know, they get addicted and they get into debt. And anyway, it just makes me sad. So I'm gonna wrap up because the video, you know, the gameplay's over here. But my opinion is that supply drops are bad, and I want to encourage my fans not to support it. Don't go out and buy COD points. Don't support it. Just if you want to open supply drop with supply drop credits, that's great. Cool, you earn that. But I'm not going to be purchasing anytime soon any COD points, and I recommend anyone watching the video to do the same. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Try to keep it civil. I know that this is a heated issue for some reason for people. So try to keep it civil in the comments, and I will try to reply to comments as I see them. Or you can post on my Twitter and let me know what you think about supply drops coming. So there you have it. That is my reaction, my take to the supply drop controversy for Modern Warfare Remastered. If you're still here at the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I know it was long and a little ranty. I appreciate you a lot. Thanks for sticking around and hearing me out. Have a great day.